Hello, everyone. My name is Unni, and I head the business development for Zoho's finance applications. First of all, I would like to thank you all for joining with me for this session, and I hope everyone is staying safe. So, a little brief about Zoho. We are a software company, and we build solutions for small and medium businesses to manage all aspects of their businesses. Right, that is right from sales, marketing, finance, operations, tax, and compliance. So today I'm going to speak about going beyond the general ledger. So while I was preparing for this session, I was going through a lot of articles on the internet, especially on Accounting Web, Accounting Today, CPA Practice Advisor, etc. And of all those articles I read, two things stood out. One is technology is here to stay, and the second one is migration to cloud is inevitable. Some of the articles were very futuristic that it even seemed far fetched from reality. For instance, a study done recently showed that 60% of the accounting firms have already moved to the cloud, and the rest are evaluating to move to the cloud in the next 3 to 5 years. That means everyone who is attending this session will be on cloud in the next 5 years. But is that really true? I know for a fact that many of you love spreadsheets and wouldn't want to replace it with anything else. Yes, spreadsheets provide a comfort that none of the software tools provide, but it has its own advantages and also disadvantages. Like you cannot collaborate with the client on spreadsheet, and the data in the spreadsheets are more prone for error or like more inaccurate when compared to the one in software. And also, you cannot get real time insights about a business from the spreadsheets. And because of all these reasons, your clients cannot make better or faster business decisions because they are dependent on you. Which brings me back to the point which I read in that article that movement to the cloud is inevitable. So today I believe that every one of you will move to the cloud not because you really want it, but because of two main reasons. One is your client is expecting more and more from you. That is, they are demanding faster and more value added services. And second one is advancements in the technology, it will continue and it will make the current processes very outdated and inefficient. So if you don't adapt to the technology into your lives, the clients will move to the firms which are willing to do that, and from them they will get real time advices to grow their business. With that, I'd like to start today's session, and I'll be discussing three major ideas with you. The first one is about changing the role of an accountant in today's world. Second one is we discuss how and why accounting firms can embrace technology and build a tech stack for themselves. And finally, I'm going to discuss a completely new and unexplored opportunity which is available for every one of you, which is technology as a service. So let us begin with changing the role of accountants in today's world. Traditionally, accounting firms have been offering three broad services: accounting and bookkeeping, tax compliance, and auditing. In fact, a survey which was done in 2018 on small business owners stated that top five offerings that they receive from an accountant is tax services, bookkeeping, tax planning, payroll, and business planning. I have interacted with a lot of accountants over the past couple of years, and to most of them, I have asked this question: do you do business planning to your clients? The answer is almost always yes, and they do it only when the client requests them to do. I believe that accountants, with their knowledge of the client's business, they can help the business owner look into a very big picture of their business. That is, not just by providing some analytics on their historical data or helping them with the compliance, but actual insights which will help their business and which will define how it will perform in the future. And clients would appreciate that this knowledge from you because they look at you as their trusted advisor. So this is another survey by Valerio and Torres, in which you notice that like 41% of the SMB owners considers accountants as their trusted advisors. So if you imagine, like let's say any SMB, if I'm running an SMB, If before I make any major business decision, I'll be speaking to my accountant, because most of the critical decisions or critical business decisions are entwined with the financials of the company. And this is what any business owner will expect from their accountant. So if you notice this image, if you continue to provide services with the historical data, you will be an accountant who will be just looking at the rear view mirror of your client's businesses. But what a business owner or what new business owners would like to have is a forward thinking accountant who will be providing with business insights that can help them move forward with confidence, and more, I mean, making more business decisions very faster. So, coming to the new roles which an accountant can have, or like which a business owner is expecting from the accountants, is one is business advisory services. It's nothing but what we had discussed, or like we discussed until now. The second one is outsourced or virtual CFOs, and the third one is technology consultants. So, what is an outsourced or virtual CFO? So traditionally, a CFO is responsible for overseeing all the financial activities in a company. So analyzing the company's financial strengths, weaknesses, suggesting plans for improvement. Exactly, that is what they expect from you too. In today's economy, many emerging companies are discovering that they need a experienced CFO for the first time. You know, like what the crisis it is going on with most of the businesses, and employing a full-time CFO, it is not really a a financially a realistic step. So they look up to the accountants who can provide them with these services. So outsourced CFOs, they have a much bigger role than the accountants. Like the accountants like keep track of books, but what they expect from an outsourced CFO is manage their entire finance department, connect them with business sources that can help them grow, and also provide financial data to help make the business owner do strategic decisions, which may be long term or even short term or day to day ones. And finally, technology consultants. Let me ask you this question. How often have you faced a question from your client like, so they want a better way to manage expenses of their employees, or they want a better way to bring in stock visibility to their sales employees? Is there any software which you can suggest for doing that? How many of you I know that most of you would have faced this kind of a question from your customers, and this is where your client or like needs help from you, and for which you need to be more knowledgeable about the current technologies. So clients are looking for accountants who can provide them with knowledge, experience, and also technology. And knowledge of technology is a very critical skill set that accountants should need these days. So let us talk about talk a little bit more detail about technology and how it can help your firm. So, if you are someone who is new to technology, this is the path, or this is how you should, or we should move forward. So, first, you need to identify what the client's needs are. That is, what is the client's business and where technology can help them improve the process. For instance, they are doing a lot of manual paper processing. Can an auto scan, like that's an OCR, help them here? That is, an auto scan can scan the invoices and help them save time. And next, I'll talk about building a tech stack for your own firm. And finally, you need to invest time and energy in continuously being updated about the technology that you use. So introducing technology to your clients is one thing, but you need to look at it like on a day-to-day basis and understand what are the new changes that is happening, and you have to stay up to date. That is the most important point. So some of you might have a question, why should we invest on technology? Because it is mainly because technology can save you a lot of time, it can save you money, and it will help you with bringing up more and more revenue opportunities. In short, technology will simply transform your business. For example, let us see how technology can transform and how technology can help you streamline the accounts receivable and accounts payable processes in a company. For example, let us see how technology can help you streamline the accounts payable and accounts receivable process. So here, these are two small functions or like two small things which are in the AP and AR process, automating the payment reminders. So right now, most of the businesses they do it manually. They send reminders, they set reminders. I mean, and send emails to their clients manually on for reminding the payments. But this can be automated using a simple technology or using a simple software and providing multiple payment options to the client. Imagine if you can provide like 5 or 6 payment options like cash, check, bank transfer, or credit card or debit card or any UPI payments. So if you provide multiple payment options for a client, they will make the payment more faster. For example, let us see how technology can help you streamline the accounts payable and accounts receivable process. So these are two simple functions which are in the AP and AR process. Automating the payment reminders. Most of the businesses still send payment reminders manually. So a simple software can solve this, and they can define where and when the payment reminders have to be sent, who all should be copied, and in what frequency it has to be sent and everything. And another one is providing multiple payment options to the client. So if you provide more payment options, the payment will reach you faster. And it's actually a proven thing. Another one is reduced data entry. So we know that most of the businesses, like a lot of time is spent on data entry alone. So one thing is, what if a client has a self-service portal where the client can see, client can log in and see, okay, what are the estimates that I've received and what are the invoices that I've paid, or like what I have yet to pay, and what are the payments I've done so far, what are the projects my business owner or the client is working or the vendor is working for them. So all these informations will be visible on the client portal itself, so that they will not need to communicate, or a lot of manual communication is removed in this scenario. And with that, like, they can collaborate, or your business owners can collaborate with their clients and work more efficiently. It will automate a lot of notifications, not just through emails and in-app notifications. There are communication channels like Slack or Microsoft Teams, which through which they can get notified when an invoice is paid or when an invoice is received, like that. And one of the biggest thing which requires an automation, which is recurring invoice. So every month, if you're sending the same invoice or like the same payment invoice to the customer, like, why don't you automate it? You can automate it and it will reduce a lot of manual effort. If it is just one invoice, it's fine. But if there are a bunch of invoices or recurring invoices which are getting sent to the customers, like, if you have a very simple way to automate them, it will save a lot of manual effort. And this is how technology can help you. And more than that, what if all the applications that your client uses are interconnected? Let's say the accounting application talks to the inventory application, and it will give you a real time visibility on your stock. And if it talks to your expense management application, it will just like that bring in all the approved expenses your client's employees would have done, and it will put into your accounting application, so you don't have to manually export the data or import the data or anything. It will all come into your accounting application finally. So, like that, more than that, if it is not just the finance applications. What if your accounting module or the finance module, finance stack, talks to your sales stack, your client's sales stack? Let us say in the CRM, if you are able to see the current stock of an item, the CRM, the sales employees will be able to have a look at this current stock and make sure that they can sell that item to the customer. It will sync the transactions. For example, if a sales employee can raise an estimate from the CRM itself, and that will be synced into the finance applications. So like this, you will get a unified view for the sales and finance, which will be very satisfying for a business owner. So here I'm showing some examples, like how it is on the CRM and how it is on your books. So it's a CRM window where you can see the contact details, which will get synced into the books, and the customer information, that is what are the receivables and payables of that particular customer, it will be synced into your CRM. So when you are talking to a client, when the sales team is talking to a customer or a lead, they can know what is the actual receivables, how that particular client is performing, how much are we making from that particular client, what are the estimates, what are the sales orders, what are the invoices which we have sent to the client, what is the status of each of them. So every information that the sales team needs or other teams needs will be present in the CRM itself, and those data will be real time in sync with the accounting application. And same is the case with products. So if you have I mean, if your client is selling products to their clients, so if the inventory is completely visible in the CRM, they can make sure that okay, we have this item and we can sell that item. So that is one benefit. The stock information will be at your fingertips, so that your sales team can right away send invoices to the customers without checking or without much intervention of the finance team. And once the item is sold, it will give all the details from the inventory module on the CRM itself. It's not just with the I'm not with just with the sales team. Even like for example, the customer calls up and asks, where is the items that I purchased. So in CRM itself, it will give you a clear-cut idea on these are the items which are packed, which are shipped, which are invoiced, and what is shipping in progress, what are the receivables and payables. So every information will be synced into one single application, which is the customer for the which will be accessible for the customer facing team to give real-time information to them. Now coming to expense management. So the sales team will be the most will be the one who will be incurring the most of the expenses. That is when they are traveling or when they are meeting the client, taking out for lunch. And what if they can record those expenses right from within CRM? Instead of accessing multiple applications, like 5 different applications, let them just do it from within the CRM itself. Record their expenses, create an expense report, submit it for approval. So everything which is, if it is possible from within the CRM itself, that will ease the entire process of the sales team. And coming to analytics, if all the data is present in the CRM itself, from there you can build analytic dashboards to understand how it is performing and how well the client is doing. So this will help not only just the sales team or the marketing team, it will help the customer support as well. They will be able to understand, on call, they will be able to provide information to the customers about the status of each transaction or each purchase which the client has made. And also coming to the marketing campaign, so we have data from the accounting, that is the finance data, we have data from the CRM, and also the customer support. With this information together, you can do targeted marketing campaigns to your clients. And because we have the complete understanding on what the client needs and what is his purchase pattern, what is the items that he look into, and which we couldn't close a sale. So with all this information, you can trigger marketing campaigns targeting a specific audience. And with all the data, we can even build cross-functional analytics. So from different sources, you can merge the data or convolute the data into one single analytics and build dashboards. So imagine if you have a dashboard which looks like, or which looks like this. You'll have the activities overview of your sales team, the sales and receivables, an overview dashboard, and the what are the risks which are undergoing, the sales overview, the products and inventory dashboard, what is the pipeline. So everything, if you can view it, or if your client can view it in one single go, that will be the best which you can provide to any customer. Now coming to a little advanced things such as OCR, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. So I talked about eliminating manual jobs. That is, data entry is one of the biggest things or biggest challenges which most of the companies faces right now. So what if you have an OCR, or you have applications which support OCR, and it will ease your entire process. Just take a photo of the receipt or photo of the invoice or bill, and it will capture all the data from it, and it will create the entries for you automatically. Then corporate card reconciliation. This is another biggest challenge or biggest time consuming thing in the expense management. Clients uses their corporate cards, and how you reconcile it. I know that how much trouble or how much effort you have to put in to reconcile the corporate card transactions of a company. And what if the OCR reads the data, it captures all the information, and when the card transaction comes in, the card transaction is also fetched by the application and it reconciles automatically. So imagine a scenario where you don't have to do anything to reconcile the entire transaction or bank transactions of a client, and it will help you out a lot in auditing and approvals. So you can even create simple approval workflows where say that okay, this expense is a very small one, you needn't have any particular approval for it, and like that you can set up simple workflows and policies which can make sure that you stay on top of the policies of your particular client's company. And finally, coming to the protection of the data. So, security is one of the biggest things or trending things which are discussed right now, and how you can secure the data, how you can make sure that the data is with you. So, we provide multi factor authentication in most of the applications right now, and so you will have a biometrics or you have a passcode uh, from various authenticator applications. Then, other one is providing access controls with for proper roles. That is, you might have different roles of employees within a company, within your client's company. So you have to define what is the role or what is the access that each employee need to be given, and they shouldn't be and they will not be able to access anything other than what they are allowed to. And finally, data backup. So it's always a little tied up, like when you say that okay, I don't have the data in my system. So anytime the data can be backed up by you, and that is also something which most of the softwares provide right away, right away inside the application. Now, once you identify the client's needs, you have to find out okay, what are the tools that they will require, what are the applications that they will require for sorting out their requirement, and you should learn about these tools. And you have to build a tech stack. And what if that tech stack? So to build a tech stack, there are a lot of applications in the market right now. So these are some finance product vendors in the market. So I don't know, like there are at least a 500 or 1000. In fact, like there are more. And same is the case with marketing products. There are a lot of applications in the sales, finance, and marketing front, and how to choose the right application. Here comes applications talking to each other or connecting the applications. So if you do a integration between three or four different applications, it and with a multi-vendor solution, it will or it can be or like it will not give a expected result. So you might want this data to be moving there, and that data Y to be moving to this application. But if it is a multi-vendor solution, it might become a complex. And analytics says that the third-party integrations, so you will not have a real-time data synchronization, and same is the case with authentication and access control. So multiple applications, you will have to configure multiple authentications and multiple access controls, and integrated workflows, it will not be in a unified process. So, and another thing is this analytics, like so for software you might be spending $1,000, but for integration you might end up spending $8,000. So this is the normal ratio which most customers would or like have faced when using multi-vendor solutions. And that is why we are suggesting a single unified platform where every application talk to each other contextually and build custom workflows and all for your own customizations. So you will have one vendor, one account, and one support team to interact with, and you will not have to speak to multiple people to get things done or anything. And with that, I would like to go to a quick recap. Like first, we spoke about what is the role change that is happening for our accountants in today's world, how they should become more tech savvy, and they should start suggesting technology and build a tech stack for their own firm, and how they should start offering technology as a service to their clients. With that, I would like to introduce to our company Zoho. As I said earlier, we build applications, business applications, solving or catering to almost all the business scopes. And since we cater to almost all the business scopes, that is why we call it as the operating system for business. So we've been in the market since 1996, that is 23 years, and we have around 45 different applications in the market. And our customers are spread across 190 plus countries. Together, we have close to 50 million users across the globe. And Zoho is a team of 8,000 plus employees, and we build the 45 applications that I said, like, which are in the market. It comes as a part of a connected ecosystem. That is, they talk to each other contextually to bring in the data from one app to the other. And worldwide, we are present in around 13 different locations, 13 to 14 different locations. We have data centers in almost all the continents. In US, we are in Pleasanton and in Austin, that is in Texas, in Mexico, then in Paris and Netherlands. We are in Germany, Dubai, India, Japan, China, Australia, and Singapore. So with that, yeah, and we are a team of 50 million, or like we have registered 50 million users, more than 50 million users across the globe. With that, I'd like to end my session, and if you have any questions, please do let us know. I'd be happy to answer them. Thank you.